Well, hello, geometry students. Welcome to lesson 1-3, measuring angles. Hopefully you guys have the hang of this by now and you're ready to go. So we first want to talk about the angle addition postulate. Much like yesterday with our segment addition postulate, the angle addition postulate is very similar, but it includes angles. So basically, I'm not going to write this one in words, but if I have an angle, okay, I can call this angle, let's say ABC. So A is there, B is the vertex, it's always the one that's in the middle, ABC. Okay, I can say this is angle ABC. If someplace in the middle or the interior of this angle is another point, let's call it D, and there's a ray from B through D. Okay, my angle addition postulate is going to say that, I'm going to call these simple angles. This is angle 1, this is angle 2. Okay, my angle addition postulate states that the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 is going to be equal to the measure of angle 1 plus 2. So this is the measure of angle ABC, the whole entire thing. Okay, pretty simple. So let's look at our first example. It says angle ABP and angle PBC are adjacent angles. The measure of angle ABP, this stands for measure. The measure of angle ABP equals 25 degrees, and the measure of angle PBC equals 50 degrees. Find the measure of angle ABC. Now you might want to pause this video, write this down, even see if you can draw a figure and solve this out for yourself. It's pretty simple. Let's say we have an angle, and to make those angles we have a common vertex and two rays. So angle ABP, label that A, B, P, and angle PBC are adjacent angles. What are adjacent angles? Adjacent angles are right next to each other. So we have PBC, it's including the same piece over here, I just have C. Oops. So we can see that we have just one whole angle together. Okay? So it says angle ABP is 25 degrees. Angle PBC is 50 degrees. Find the measure of angle ABC. That is the whole entire thing. So to solve this out, we can use our angle addition postulate that this angle plus this angle, 25 plus 50, is going to equal to the whole entire thing. So 25 plus 50 is going to equal 75 degrees, and that is the measure of our angle ABP. Again, pretty simple. Hopefully you got that. Okay, let's, just like yesterday, let's take this and apply some algebra to it. So example 2. Example 2 says point T is in the interior of angle PQR. So T is an interior of angle PQR. The measure of angle PQR is 10x minus 7. Let's go ahead and label that. So this whole entire thing is 10x minus 7. The measure of angle PQT, PQ to T, is 6x plus 5. So that's going to be 6x plus 5. And then the measure of angle TQR is 36 degrees. So we can label that just to 36. And the question is asking, what is the measure of angle PQR? So we can see that PQR is the whole entire thing. Now to know the whole entire angle, I need to solve for this x, find out what this x is. Well, we know by the angle addition postulate that this angle plus this angle is going to equal to the whole entire angle. So we can set that up using an algebra expression. Okay? So, I can say that 6x plus 5, which is angle PQT, plus 36, and it doesn't matter if it's 36 degrees or just 36, because that's what it is right there, is equal to 10x minus 7, the whole entire thing. Okay, so now we have an algebra expression. We can solve for x. First thing is to combine like terms. So I've got the 6x stays there. The 5 and 36 combine to get 41. And that's equal to 10x minus 7. Okay, and then now I'm going to get my x's on the left-hand side, so subtract 10x from both sides. So 6x minus 10x leaves me with a negative 4x plus 41 equals, these cancel out, so I just get negative 7 on the right-hand side. Now subtract 41 for both sides. So I'm left with negative 4x is equal to negative 7 minus 41. So see here, if we have two negatives, basically all we have to do is add these two numbers together and keep that negative sign. So 41 plus 7 is 48, and we keep that negative sign. Okay? And let me scroll down a little bit. Now to solve for x, I'm going to have to divide by -4. That reduces to 1. So the value of x is now -48 divided by -4. That is positive 12. Negative divided by negative is positive, and 48 divided by 4 is 12. So x equals 12. Have we answered the question yet? No, it's asking for the measure of angle PQR. So if x equals 12, come back up here, we can put 12 in for x. 6 times 12 plus 5. Or we can see the whole entire thing is already given to us as 10x minus 7. So let's just put the x into there, and now we're going to get it. So 10 times 12 minus 7 will be the angle of the whole entire thing. So 10 times 12 is 120. And then 120 minus 7. 120 minus 7 is 113. So the measure of the whole entire angle is 113 degrees. Okay? Last example. This involves an angle bisector. Let's review what an angle bisector is really quick. If I have an angle bisector, that means I have one angle. Okay, it's bisected. Bisected means to cut in half. So cut right in half. I'm going to save time by not drawing those arrows on the end of that, but we could. Okay, so this angle here is going to be congruent to this angle there. In angles, this symbol means congruent to. All right, so let's look at our example. Again, you might want to pause this, write this down for yourself, and see if you can do it. Ray KM bisects angle LKJ. The measure of angle LKM is 5x minus 7. So let me write that down. 5x minus 7. And the measure of angle MKJ is 11 plus 2x. So 11 plus 2x. Determine the measure of angle LKJ, the whole entire thing. We can see here that if we have two separate things and it's bisected, that this angle is going to be congruent to this angle. The word congruent means equal to or the same as. So I can write an expression here and I can say that 5x minus 7 is going to be equal to 11 plus 2x. Okay? So all we have to do to find the measure of this is to solve for x. If this is equal to each other, simply solve for x. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. 5x minus 2x is 3x. Keep that minus 7 equals 11. And then we got to add 7 to both sides. So that is cancel out. I'm left with 3x is equal to 18. And divide by 3. So that reduces to 1. X equals 18 divided by 3. 18 divided by 3 is 6. So the value of x is 6. Have we answered the question? No, it's asking for the measure of angle LKJ. So put 6 back in for x, and we can find this out. Let me do it in red. All right, so if I have 11 plus 2x, the x was 6. Okay, 2 times 6 is 12, plus 11 is 23. Back up here, I had 5x minus 7. 5 times that 6, minus 7. Okay, 5 times 6 is 30, minus 7 is 23. Hey, same thing, good, we did the right work, but it's asking for both those together. So 23 plus 23 is going to be equal to 46. Oops, it's a plus back here. 23 plus 23 equals 46, and there we have it. Okay, answer the WSQ. If you have any questions, make sure you bring that to class tomorrow, and we can get those answers before we work on our